to with union leaders is it just shows you right now that when unions are strong, the economy's strong. When unions are strong, our rights are strong. And when unions are strong, America is strong. So let's talk about Alex. And you're going to hear from people that work with him every day. But this was a guy that, and his parents asked me to say this about a week ago, right after he was killed. They wanted everyone to know that he was so kind-hearted. And they wanted them to know that the lies told about him, calling him a domestic terrorist, were the most hurtful things that they could ever imagine be said about their son. Their son was a researcher early on, and he worked on research to help our veterans with Strep C, with doing things when it comes to exposure to toxics. He also then went on to join this incredible workforce of self-sacrifice to be on the front line for our workers, to be on the front line for our veterans, so that he believed in his heart that when a veteran needs health care, think back, when they sign up to serve, there isn't a waiting line, and when they need good health care, when they're home in the United States of America, there should never be a waiting line in our country. These workers are the ones who are those guardian angels. They are treating the patients with PTSD. They are treating, and I know you know what I mean, they are treating our veterans sometimes in the closing hours and the closing days of their lives. And you've all seen that video of Alex when he gave the last salute to that veteran. The kids of these veterans have been on TV. They've come forward and said how much Alex meant to their families and that he treated every patient like it was his only patient. And I'm going to end with the words of one of his co-workers, maybe here, Caitlin, a doctor and co-worker of Alex's, and she said, Alex cared deeply for the veterans that we served, and he was, in her words, a patriot, because he cared so deeply for this country and for the values that everyone here shares, regardless of political affiliation. The last words of Alex, you all know it, was when he looked at a woman who's been shoved down by Border Control agents, and he said, what did he say? Are you okay? And I think we have all asked ourselves that question over the last few weeks, and the answer isn't always yes. But in Alex's name, in his name, and for what he stood for, we must get to a higher ground. We must continue to take this on, and in his name, we want to be able to say on behalf of our state and our country, when his memory and his vision and that guardian angel asked that question, are you okay? We want to be able to say proudly for this nation, because you stood up, yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But he didn't lead his life in a way where he was constantly scared of his own welfare. He was more concerned about how he could help other people. He was more concerned about what can I do to help you. Not what I'm worried about what's going to happen to me. I'm worried about what's going to happen to you. And so when he saw that lady thrown to the ground, he could only do what he's always done. He could only do what he has always done. Try to help. And for that sacrificial act, he was shot down and killed. We all know, we saw it. But I just want you to know and to remember that when Alex was taken out of this realm of existence, it was an act of love. It was love that motivated him. It was love that made him jump to help to that woman. It was love that made him get up and go to that hospital every single day. He was animated by love, and we must be animated by love. And some of us need to just remember that this fight that we're in with our own federal government, which we pay taxes to, this fight that we're in is not going to be over short, and it's going to take all of us. It's going to take marching, it's going to take praying, it's going to take voting, it's going to take suing, it's going to take writing songs, it's going to take a lot of things, but it's also going to take persistence, loved ones. And I just want to leave you with a quick story that I think Alex could appreciate, and I know you can, Mr. President, Mr. Reverend. You all know the great Martin Luther King lost his life on April 4th, 1968. He was supporting striking sanitation workers. You should know that he was there to support striking sanitation workers who had been on strike and had been so ruthlessly treated by the segregationist leadership in Memphis that the workers had to carry a sign saying, declaring, "I am a man." And that's how ruthlessly their manhood was denied to them. Their humanity was denied to them. And so Martin Luther King went and marched with them, stood with them, prayed with them, and when he was lost to them, they understood something. And that is that the wicked forces in this world may take our heroes from us. But we have to carry on. And those strikers in Memphis, Tennessee, Reverend, they didn't quit. They kept marching, friends. They kept marching. And they won that strike. And you and I are going to win this strike. And from now, and we may lose loved ones, we may lose brave ones, we may lose people who show us and teach us love every single day. But we will not quit because it is in their memory that we march on in love. So I love you, and you love this nation, and we're going to save it. God bless.
My family is the Wolf Clan, and the role of our clan is to ensure that we never leave anyone behind. And I see that here tonight. That spirit of not wanting to leave anyone behind. And when I think about Alex Pretti, I think about my namesake, my wet ass, Sandy Whitehawk, who was cared for by Alex Pretti just a few weeks ago, who talked about how kind he was, how gentle he was, how he made her laugh, and that ultimately he was a healer. And so all of us in this moment, we have our occupations, but what I want us to think about is what our vocations may be in this moment. Because for Alex, as a healer, he did that everywhere he went. When he was on his shift, when he was in the streets, when he was looking out for our sister and he said, "Are you okay?" That his vocation was on full display. And so as Minnesotans in this moment, when people have underestimated us, they do not know that our vocation every day as we live and we breathe is to care for each other, to stand up for our neighbor, to be unwavering in our love for our fellow man or woman or person in this time. And so I know that you are tired. I know that you are exhausted, and I will say what Alex has taught us is that this isn't a sprint and it's not even a marathon. This is a relay, friends. And so that we do the work until we cannot do it, and then we pick it up and we continue to do the work for each other. So please take care of yourselves and take care of your spirits. And know that what the federal government, what the Trump administration has laid upon our doorstep